Hey friends, welcome back to The Business with B, where we talk everything relationships, love, family, finances, career, and community. Today, I want to talk about a topic that is near and dear to my heart, and that's community. I have been effectively trying to build stronger communities. It's really why I wrote the book, because I think stronger communities start with stronger families, and stronger families start from stronger relationships in the home, so marriages. So I wrote the marriage book really ultimately to have stronger relationships in our communities. And you may ask yourself, how did the United States become so divided? Has it always been this divisive? And social media or access to information, does it really highlight the conflict? Or has it always been like that and we just see it more because of social media? There are several contributing factors to attribute to the state that we find ourselves in. First of all, we start with a two-party system that we have in the United States, which has become very limiting, causing disinterest and disengagement in voter turnout. The Democrats have become more progressive in social policies. The Republicans are moving towards a more conservative agenda, making compromise increasingly difficult. The gap of compromise is only widening, and individuals are struggling to find candidates that truly align with their beliefs. Additionally, the two-party system has recently seen increased polarization, where members of both parties exhibit inflexibility and hostile comments and behaviors toward the opposing party. The toxicity has discouraged reasonable people to not participate in what could have otherwise been constructive conversations, which could have produced real valuable solutions. Partisan media and social media have saturated the mind of people looking for information. Unfortunately, increasingly, we see data swayed to support pre-existing beliefs of the owner of the stations or the websites. Gone are the days of providing non-biased facts and allowing the viewer to draw their own interpretations or application of the material. Additionally, with boomers transitioning and Gen Zers having more of a voice in the political arena, they don't see themselves in either party, and thus the stronger argument for this three-party system you hear people talking about. Younger politicians tend to desire independent candidates that bring more of a blend between the traditional moderate and conservative mindsets. All of these arguments definitely contribute to a growing sentiment for true reform to adequately represent diverse perspectives and the interests of a larger population. So what must we do to solve the problems? We must engage in a multifaceted approach as we look to build stronger communities. The formula for uniting communities after the election and beyond is active engagement from community members, collaboration with government and multiple municipalities, and inclusion and representation from diverse groups, including cultures, nonprofits, educators, churches, etc. The first thing we must do is build trust. We have to first build trust, and we do this by encouraging open and honest dialogue and communication. While discussions will most certainly invoke feelings of disagreement, concern, and misalignment, we must encourage the tough conversations anyways. Additionally, we must understand we will hear things that we don't like or we don't agree with, and we will also say things that others don't like or don't agree with. However, we must allow the conversations to take place, as this is a critical step to moving closer to solutions. The other thing we must allow is for people to make mistakes or say things that may not be accurate, as long as they get the opportunity to express what they feel. The goal of this discussions is not to dispel misinformation or prove our point. Sometimes people just need to be heard. Sometimes people need to hear your experiences, and you need to know theirs. Sometimes these experiences or stories begin to initiate the healing process. So the second thing we need to do is find similar goals or desires. From the conversations and stories, identify what people want to see happen in their community. Find commonalities and alignment, and then allow people to work together to solve for some of those items. Working on a common goal can strengthen bonds, help people realize similarities, and allow others to see the value in having a diverse community and diverse mindset working together to achieve a goal. Create inclusive environments. Organizations like Love Boat here in Charlotte, North Carolina, or Community Kitchens in Birmingham, those types of organizations force people who would not ordinarily be in an environment together to come together, and then they give them different topics to discuss. Also, focus on building safer communities. People who don't want to be forced in an environment with others always want to focus on having a safer community. For those who might not have an interest in an inclusive environment, they definitely want a safe environment, identifying neighborhood watch groups and methods to communicate suspicious behavior or suspicious activity in your neighborhood, or any concerns that you have. Allow your neighbors to get together when other strategies of getting together may not work. Also, engage youth in any activities that you decide to do and get their input, their insights, their ideas and perspectives. Young folks have great ideas. They bring amazing perspective, high energy, and they usually are actively engaged and can help bring their parents along who might otherwise not have an interest in getting together with diverse mindsets. Focus on improving your local environment first. So this includes supporting small and local owned businesses to boost the economy. Look at improving your infrastructure in your area, changing some policy. Focus on small wins first to build a synergy, and so that the other folks see the value of unity and togetherness. They see the small wins, and then they want to be part of something bigger. Once you have a few small wins, it's easier to obtain buy-in for larger, more difficult battles. These are just a few things that we can do to try to strengthen our communities and unite our communities. I'm sure you guys have an amazing things that have been working for you as well, or that you're working on in your local community. And I would love for you to share in the comments your ideas or your perspective or some best practices. Again, this community is so that we can learn together and we can help each other. So please make sure you share your comments and feedback. Make sure you like, subscribe, and click on the notification link so that you can stay updated with all the latest and greatest information. And as I get other great ideas from our community, I will be happy to put together a piece that talks about some of the other learning lessons we've received or best practices we've received, because at the end of the day, this is a community about helping each other. And so I love to hear your thoughts and perspectives. I thank you. I appreciate you. I'm looking forward to building stronger communities and would love to hear your thoughts and perspectives on how we continue to do that. Thanks, friends.